Gee, I might have to redo this one. Got out on my walk rather, a little late. And this one might be too dark. But we'll try to stay in the light. So, talk a little bit about social clubs and the MC. So I got presented with an interesting question today, which was, hey, we got this social club that wants to be a support club for us. So what should we do to take them on? And it was an interesting kind of discussion. And it's something that I have a little bit of experience with, as some sets have social clubs and some sets don't even know what the heck a social club is. So really kind of depends on the set you're operating on and if that set has a concept of social clubs and values their input. So social clubs are very common among the African American United States bike set, and they are typically a set of women, a club of women who don't ride motorcycles particularly, but hang out on the motorcycle set and associate closely with motorcycle clubs. And this has been going on for decades. And you will see them, a lot of them wear vests, just like bike clubs, and they have back patches. And typically there's a lot of stigma behind them. Some of them have a bad name, good names. They can be called groupies or anything like that. Typically those are negative stereotypes. It's not what you see from most social clubs. But it certainly is, certainly it's a stereotype that some social clubs deserve. Just kind of really depends on the social club. And also, it, other things. Many social clubs do a lot of charity work. You'll see them collecting food and all sorts of neat things like that. So, and then they go to our parties and support and have a great time. And there's all kinds of trouble associated with them. Some guys don't like the girls don't like the guys. There's all these issues that come up. And that's discussions for another video. But among the motorcycle set, there has been a movement, started probably maybe about 2009, I think, that social clubs would be required to have a male MC sponsor them in order to hang out on the set and be allowed to come to the parties and all that sort of thing. So motorcycle clubs that don't have properties and don't have women's auxiliaries could take on social clubs, and typically those social clubs would wear their front patch or heart patch to identify them as being associated with the particular MC, and that MC would then become partially responsible for that social club's behavior. Not that the social club would be part of the MC, but to to a certain extent, the social club is part of the MC, because the MC is responsible if the social club gets in trouble or gets into some kind of ruckus or has to answer to the coalition. It is the MC that is responsible for training them and all that sort of thing, and would have to go stand on the red carpet for them. So, that being the case, the question comes to mind, what should I be looking for if I'm a president and a social club comes up to me and says, hey, looky here, we would love for you to bring us in. We'd love to be support for your MC. So it sounds like a good deal. Here we have this group of women that are, pretty cute, because you want to select a cute social club, I would think. So here we got this pretty cute group of women that wants to hang out with us and wants to support us and go to our functions and be part of us. And in turn, they get to hang out on the motorcycle set and meet the standards of the coalition and get their blessing. So, sounds really cool. However, it doesn't always work like that. As a matter of fact, it doesn't mostly work like that. And to know the reasons why will help you to determine whether or not you want a social club, or determine the particular social club you may want to work with you. And so, I look at it like this. Most of the ones that I have seen, or many of the ones that I have seen, are not really that interested in supporting your MC. They have a situation, and that situation is that the dominance or the coalition has told them that they cannot survive without being attached to an MC. So they gotta eat. They gotta have someone to put their name on the line for them. And for many of them, that's all the heck they want. That's all they're interested in. And they're not interested in another thing that has to do with you. So, you get this group of people that want to be parasites. They don't want a symbiotic relationship, which means I'm washing your hand and you're washing mine. They want, instead, to survive. Be their own group, do their own thing, follow their own rules and regulations. And when are you going to see them? Never. When are they going to hang out with you? Never. When are they going to support the MC? Never. When are they going to come and hang out at the clubhouse and help clean the clubhouse up? Never. When are they going to cook at the barbecues and what have you? Never. When are they going to drive support vehicles and maybe pull the trailer on a ride in case one of the bikes breaks down? Never. When are they going out of town with you? Never. When are they going to participate in your runs? Never. When are they going to go on your mandatory field meets? Never, ever, ever. Because most of you don't know how to make these arrangements and these stipulations before you ever take on this group of people for which your MC will be responsible. Another thing is, motorcycle clubs today want so badly to have all these numbers of people associated with them. Oh, we got 700 members. We got 10 social clubs. And all these people that you never see, that never ride, that you don't know, that can't be counted upon as family. But god darn, you can't wait to get to the next party to show these deadbeats off. Because they always show up to party. If nothing else, they're going to show up to party. But that's about it. And so, that's okay for some of you all. You don't look for an extended family. Because to you, the MC is a toy. It's a new-fangled gizmo. A new-fangled gizmo that you have, that you get to turn on when you want, turn off when you want. And you're not a responsible family member. So, the heck if you're looking for a responsible family member. So that is what the MC tends to be for a lot of you guys. So, your associations and the people that you bring in your MCs are exactly the same. A lot of you guys, too, are also petrified to ask people to be responsible in your organizations. You're petrified to ask people to prospect. You're petrified to ask people to prospect for any length of time. If you make them prospect, 3 months and the prospectship is over. And they haven't ridden anywhere, or represented the club, or even cleaned one motorcycle. None of those things. In my own club, they used to get angry with me and say, "You're running the prospects away. This isn't 1974 when you guys began. People won't do that anymore. These guys of today, they can't focus on that level. The guys of today, there's too many motorcycle clubs for them to go join. And so, because there's so many motorcycle clubs they can go join, why would we bully them and treat them poorly and make them prospect? Why would we do that? Because they would just tell us goodbye and go join somebody else. So that other club can have 400 members that they don't know, that they don't see, that they can only count upon to show up on party day. And if that's what you want your motorcycle club to be, well then so be it. But what we found is those guys that we didn't make prospect because we were afraid we were going to lose them, we find we don't have those guys to this day. So maybe it is like 1974. You have to earn your way. And any motorcycle club that is worth its salt will insist that its members earn their way. I bring that back to the social club thing. You just get so happy to have a bunch of girls walk around with your patch on that you don't require anything of them. And you become sorely disappointed and even disgusted when they don't have anything to give. Because they weren't coming to you to give anything in the first place. They were only coming because they wanted to survive. They wanted to be able to ride on the set, hang out on the set, and do their own thing. That's why they were in their own social club to begin with, and not trying to be part of your auxiliary or your properties. So, I say unto thee, verily, verily, have some standards. If a person wants to wear your patch, even if it's just a heart patch, and they want your protection, there are some responsibilities to which they should be accountable. Maybe they should have to pay some dues. Maybe they should have a responsibility for the clubhouse, cleaning. Maybe their bike nights should be at your clubhouse, or they should participate in your bike nights. They don't get to be their lone entity. They become immersed into your family. And so, as the president, and as the MC, as the Full Patch Brothers, they are now coming into your realm. It's your home. They are visitors in your territory. And they should have to act accordingly, be responsible accordingly. And you need to have some expectations. And that expectation should be something greater than, oh, we're so happy to have them. So, I say unto thee, what are you going to require? What are you going to look for when a social club comes to you and says, especially those that come out of the clear blue sky, you've never seen them before, you've never heard of them before, and they just show up one day on your doorstep. Hey, can I be down? Now, some have an understanding of what they should bring. And they come to you straight up. Hey, listen, we are looking for a family. We want to belong. We have this requirement. We have to belong to an MC. And so we're willing to do this, 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 and this. Now, those are the kind you want to deal with. I've had to do this before. We've taken in many social clubs in our 44-year-long history. And I can remember giving some the boot. It's interesting. I had one president who she absolutely refused to do any of the things that she promised she would do. So at some point, I got pissed off and I fined her. So she took me to the coalition. And next thing you know, I got the coalition telling me all the things I couldn't do with a person that they said I was responsible for. So what I would have done differently is I would have had a complete understanding in paper, written down, as to what the expectations were and what the consequences would be. If you don't, these are the required meetings and the required this or that. And yes, like I say, there would be some requirements. You don't get to be a completely autonomous organization and put my patch on. You don't get to be a completely autonomous organization and I have to go to the coalition and answer for you. Get the hell out of here with that. If my name is on the line, I'm going to have something to say about your training, something to say about your actions. I'm not trying to run your social club, but ultimately, you will answer to me. Or go find some other suckers, put their patch on, and tell them what the hell you are going to do and you're not going to do. Believe me, there are plenty of motorcycle clubs out there that'll let you do that because they're just so damn happy to have folks walking around with their patches on that they just don't know what to do. Not here. Not on my watch. So, man, I'm getting old. So, I think that's my rant on social clubs and the MC. I remember when I was taken to the council, they jumped all down my throat. And this person who had used our influence to get on the set went running over to another MC, and like they do, they took him right on in. They never called us, asked us what kind of people they were. None of that, because that's what motorcycle clubs do to each other these days. And there's no solidarity. So when they come running to you because they told another MC to kiss their ass, oh, forgive my language, when they told another MC to kiss their behinds, make sure that you call that other MC up and say, what kind of folks were these? What were the issues you had with them? Did they truly support you? What made it break down? Did they leave without paying their fines? You know, the regular MC stuff. And then you can be able to find out whether or not you even want to deal with those folks. At the end of the day, an MC, even if it has an extended family of support clubs and supporters and social clubs, they should all be family. If they're going to be associated with your patch, they have to be associated with your heart, your soul, and your spirit. A relationship should be symbiotic, not parasitic. You know, there's a fish out there in the ocean. Saw it on one of those channels, one of those ocean channels. And when this fish is swimming around, sometimes it can get a parasite in its mouth. This parasite looks like a roach, and it actually eats its tongue off and attaches where the tongue should be. And then every morsel of food that goes down the fish's throat first has to come in contact with this parasite that's now acting like its tongue. And it don't even get to taste its food anymore. It has no tongue. It has a roach eating part of its food. And the thing about parasites is they never quit. You know, they don't work where you survive and they survive. Oh no. Parasites like cancer and other parasites, they destroy you completely. And they're not finished till you're dead and gone. Then they die too. That's why I don't deal with parasites. Because parasites are not kind. They're parasitic. They eat until there's no more life left for you, and then there's no more life left for them. So when these parasites leave the club, they leave in the worst way, with the worst intentions, running the club's reputation into the mud, and making you look bad because you didn't have the good judgment to keep them stupid people out of your organization in the first place. All right, so almost 2 miles here. I'll be done at 2 miles tonight. I want to thank you for taking the time to listen. My new book, Sergeant at Arms Bible, comes out in about a week or two. sergeantatarmsbible.com. I should have that website built shortly. And the Sergeant at Arms Bible is my 4th book in the Motorcycle Club Bible series. And I hope you like it. I put a lot of research behind the Sergeant at Arms Bible, and had a lot to do with a lot of requests I got for exactly what it is the Sergeant at Arms does, and how the Sergeant at Arms should comport himself, and those sorts of things. So after doing a lot of research on the Sergeant at Arms, I wrote the Sergeant at Arms Bible, and I hope that you like it. Put a lot of work in it, and we'll be doing some videos on the Sergeant at Arms position. I mean, in-depth stuff. It's really coming. It's going to be kind of cool, I think. Don't forget Prospects Bible, my first book, How to Prospect for a Motorcycle Club, Traditional MC. You'll find that at prospectsbible.com. And the Public Relations Officer's Bible for public relations where motorcycle clubs are concerned, and Prospects Bible for women. Public Relations Officer's Bible is at mcprosbible.com, and Prospects Bible for women's motorcycle clubs is at prospectsbibleforwomen.com. You can find me Thursday nights on Teach MC Radio, which is at 106liveradio.com. You can get the application 106liveradio.com from your iPhone or from your Google phone, your Android. And if you have tuned in already, you can just go to 106liveradio.com and play us on Thursday nights from 9:30 to 11. Big Cell and myself. Big Cell is Fast Harleys Only, Atlanta, Georgia, on YouTube. And of course, you know my YouTube channel here is Black Dragon National President. And do me a favor, share this channel if you would, and share the video if you would, and let folks know about me if you find what I talked about to be motivational and that sort of thing. I thank you all for